Well, it's the end of day 4, and today we covered a whole lot of miles. We drove from Medford, Oregon to Fresno, California, which is 485 miles. I gotta say, it's been nice to get some miles under our belts. Amazingly, each car has now covered 1,000 miles. I'm probably going to doom us to perdition with this, but neither car has ended up on the side of the road with the hood open so far. And one of the weird things that we didn't expect is that these cars are completely invisible. Not a single person has looked at them to say, to give us a thumbs up, to sort of watch us for a while, read the back, what is it? No one pays attention to these. Maybe because they're slightly scruffy 90s cars, and because here on the Pacific Northwest and on the West Coast in general, cars just last longer. They're not rusted, so people are more used to seeing old cars on the streets. It was a great trip. We drove past Mount Shasta, including a 4,000-foot mountain pass. Only had a little bit of snow through the windshield. No worries about chains or anything. But the scenery, the gorgeous snow-capped mountains and sort of snow in the distance was amazing. And a little bit later on, we drove past the fruit groves between Redding and Sacramento, basically, that line I-5. And it's an amazing scent, and it just goes for miles and miles and miles. It also made for some nice pictures and video footage. And then when we stopped to get gas, Tom, of course, managed to find what appears to be a derelict used car dealership, quickly turning into a junkyard with a whole bunch of old British cars front and center, naturally. The cars themselves are behaving more or less. I mean, Tom's car has been throwing a check engine light and now an anti-lock brake sensor light.
I gotta fix that light. Boy, it's a mess in here.
And then they go away again, sometimes. He still has a leaky valve cover, which makes the car smell of burnt oil a little bit, and he still has a mildew smell in his trunk. My car, on the other hand, the one with twice the mileage, now has door handles. Did I mention how wonderful door handles are several times? Look at this. Just look at this. Oh, beautiful. But we did discover two things. It doesn't have air conditioning, which won't necessarily be a problem immediately, but may be a problem. And it has an alarm system we didn't know anything about that seems to have wonky electronics, because when I tried to unlock the door before going to dinner, guess what? Alarm! Several times. Stop that. But then the fourth time we tried it, it didn't trigger, so who knows. Finally, one of the highlights of the day was that I made a very necessary modification to my car. I removed the hideous dealer plate frame from the rear, so now the license plate is simply there in the slot as the good Lord intended. We're gonna go out and find some food, and tomorrow back on the road to put some more miles under our belts. Take care, everybody. Hope you're enjoying these. Follow us, yada yada yada. Bye.